The tongue has the power of life and death. Proverbs 18 verse 21. The power of words in shaping reality. Written and published by Lord Kabura's Magic Haven. Introduction. Words carry weight and they shape not only the way we see ourselves but also how the world responds to us. Long before science researched into the power of thought and language, ancient cultures understood that words are not just sounds, they are creative forces. What you say becomes your story, and your story can either build you up or tear you down. When you say something out loud, it isn't just a statement, it's an intention. For example, think of someone saying, "I'll never be good enough." That's not just a passing thought, it becomes a belief, influencing how they approach opportunities. On the other hand, someone who says, "I'm learning and growing every day," creates a mental framework for self-improvement. There's an old tale from ancient Egypt about Iset, a farmer who lived during the time of the pharaohs. One year, his crops failed due to a flood. As others lamented their losses, Iset would say every day, "The gods are preparing me for a greater harvest." His neighbors mocked him, but he continued planting and speaking about the abundance that was coming. The next year, his fields produced twice as much as anyone else's. Historians believe his optimism and perseverance inspired his workers, making them more dedicated to his cause. His words had set the tone for his actions and brought the reality he envisioned. Modern psychologists and spiritual teachers agree on this: language shapes emotions, and emotions drive actions. If you repeat negative phrases like, "I can't," "It's too hard," or "It's impossible," those words dig into your subconscious and become self-fulfilling prophecies. On the other hand, encouraging words like, "I'll find a way," or "I have everything I need to succeed," instill a sense of determination. Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing, often spoke of her mission as being divinely guided. While others doubted her, she constantly repeated phrases like, "I am meant to bring healing to the wounded." Her conviction inspired those around her to follow her lead. Despite opposition and limited resources, her determination and the words she spoke about her purpose allowed her to revolutionize healthcare in her era. The phrase, "speak it into existence," might sound modern, but it is rooted in ancient wisdom. The Bible, for example, says in Proverbs 18 verse 21, "The tongue has the power of life and death." What you speak shapes your reality. Affirmations, prayers, and declarations align your energy and focus, drawing you closer to your goals. In the 20th century, Mahatma Gandhi's words changed the course of history. He often said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." This simple yet profound declaration inspired millions to fight for independence peacefully, demonstrating the extraordinary power of words spoken with conviction. Your words are like seeds. What you say today plants the crops you'll harvest tomorrow. If you consistently speak kindness, gratitude, and determination, you're sowing seeds of a brighter future. However, if you let fear, doubt, and negativity dominate your speech, you may find yourself surrounded by challenges of your own creation. Helen Keller, who despite being blind and deaf, spoke with her hands, declaring, "I will not let my disabilities define me." She became a renowned author and speaker, proving that even words unspoken aloud can build bridges to possibilities. This is not just an abstract concept, it's a call to action. Start today by speaking positively about yourself and your circumstances. Let your words reflect the reality you want to create. Our understanding of the connection between words and reality is now backed by scientific research, revealing that what we say can alter not only our mindset but also how we experience the world. Neuro-linguistic programming is a psychological approach that emphasizes the link between language, thought patterns, and behavior. When we repeatedly use certain words or phrases, our brain develops pathways that align with those expressions. For instance, a person who constantly says, "I can't do this," strengthens neural circuits that promote self-doubt. On the other hand, affirming, "I'll figure this out," builds pathways that encourage problem-solving and confidence. This is why successful individuals often credit their achievements to intentional, positive language. For example, Samuel Morse, who pioneered the telegraph, reportedly repeated the phrase, "I will connect the world with communication." His belief helped him persist despite early failures. Affirmations are deliberate positive statements designed to reprogram your subconscious mind. Research from Carnegie Mellon University has shown that practicing affirmations can reduce stress and improve performance. When people actively repeat positive declarations about themselves or their goals, their brains begin to treat those statements as facts, encouraging corresponding behavior. Émile Coué, a French psychologist in the early 20th century. He popularized the phrase, "Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better." His patients, who repeated this affirmation daily, reported significant improvements in mental and physical health, demonstrating the profound impact of positive language. Your inner dialogue, what you say to yourself, plays a critical role in shaping your reality. Psychologists have found that self-talk directly influences emotions, motivation, and resilience. Negative self-talk, such as, "I'm terrible at this," reinforces feelings of inadequacy and fear. Conversely, constructive self-talk encourages growth and persistence. Thomas Edison, who famously reframed failure during his journey to invent the light bulb. Instead of viewing his unsuccessful attempts as defeats, he reportedly told himself, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset allowed him to keep innovating until he succeeded. Words don't just affect the individual, they shape relationships and social interactions. A kind word can uplift someone's spirit, while harsh words can damage trust and connection. This idea isn't new. Native American tribes often held talking circles, where words were chosen carefully to promote harmony and understanding. These gatherings emphasize that what we say has the power to build or destroy relationships. In a modern example, a study by Stanford University showed that teams who practiced affirming and supportive communication outperformed those who didn't. The study concluded that positive language fosters collaboration and problem-solving. Words also play a significant role in regulating emotions. A 2010 study from UCLA found that verbalizing feelings of fear or stress, simply naming them, reduced the intensity of those emotions. For instance, saying, "I'm feeling anxious," can diminish anxiety's grip on your mind, as it activates the brain's logical centers to process and manage emotions. A historical example is Eleanor Roosevelt, who faced immense public criticism and personal struggles during her tenure as First Lady of the United States. She often said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent," a mantra that helped her maintain confidence and resilience, becoming one of the most influential figures of her time. Words are more than just sounds, they are tools that shape your inner and outer world. By understanding the science and stories behind their power, you can consciously choose language that aligns with the life you wish to create. Whether it's through affirmations, mindful self-talk, or intentional communication with others, the right words can transform challenges into opportunities and aspirations into reality. The Bible consistently underscores the creative power of words. The tongue has the power of life and death, speaks to how our speech shapes outcomes. Jesus' teachings also highlight faith-filled declarations, as in Mark 11 verse 23, where he said, "Whoever says to this mountain, 'Be removed and be cast into the sea,' and does not doubt in his heart but believes, it will be done." These scriptures reveal that words combined with belief manifest transformation. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the power of sound and spoken word holds sacred significance. Mantras like Om are believed to carry vibrational energy that aligns practitioners with universal harmony. Ancient yogis taught that repeating mantras, like Om Mani Padme Hum, helps purify the mind and set intentions that ripple through existence. The modern concept of the law of attraction builds on these ancient truths. It posits that what you focus on expands. Speaking affirmations aloud transforms mere desires into actionable goals by embedding them into the subconscious. A real-life example is Wallace Wattles, author of The Science of Getting Rich, 1910. He advocated verbalizing gratitude for unseen blessings, a practice he claimed could rewire the mind to attract wealth. The ancient Greeks viewed logos, word or reason, as the principle through which the universe was ordered. Philosophers like Plato and Aristotle believed words shaped human understanding and action. This belief echoes the power of affirmations, where language becomes a tool to construct reality. Athenian statesman Pericles, for instance, used empowering rhetoric to rebuild Athens after the Persian Wars. His uplifting speeches inspired citizens to create a city that stood as a beacon of culture. In African spiritual practices, the spoken word holds the power of creation and preservation. Griots, oral historians, recited blessings and affirmations to invoke protection, prosperity, or healing. For example, in the Yoruba tradition, the word Ofo is used to invoke changes. A 19th-century story recounts how a mother chanted protective blessings over her child, shielding him from harm during a tribal conflict. Harriet Tubman, who guided the oppressed to freedom on the Underground Railroad. Tubman would often whisper prayers like, "Lord, I'm trusting you to make a way." Her words, spoken with unshakable faith, became beacons of hope for those who followed her. These spiritual and philosophical teachings remind us that words, whether whispered in prayer, chanted as mantras, or boldly declared, create ripples that can alter the fabric of reality. Your words are not just reflections of your thoughts, they are the tools by which your thoughts take form. By aligning your speech with your desired reality, you step into the creative power gifted to humanity. Words also hold immense power in shaping our relationships and self-perception. Consider a parent who constantly tells their child, "You're capable and smart." That child grows up with confidence, ready to face challenges. Contrast this with someone whose upbringing was filled with phrases like, "You'll never amount to anything." Even in adulthood, they might struggle to break free from that negative programming. Similarly, in relationships, saying things like, "We always work things out together," builds trust and unity. Conversely, constant negativity like, "You never listen," erodes connection over time. Success often hinges on how you communicate. Articulating goals with clarity and confidence signals ambition and capability to others. A 19th-century example is Andrew Carnegie, one of America's wealthiest industrialists. As a young man, he was known for confidently speaking about his future success, even when he was just a telegraph operator. His words, backed by hard work, shaped how others viewed him, opening doors to opportunities that eventually led to his empire. The placebo effect illustrates the profound connection between belief, words, and physical health. Doctors in ancient Greece used words of encouragement alongside treatments, believing that a patient's mental state influenced recovery. In modern times, studies show patients given sugar pills but told they were receiving powerful medicine often report significant improvement. This demonstrates how words and belief systems affect not only the mind but also the body. Historical leaders have demonstrated how carefully chosen words can spark revolutions or heal divides. One example is Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. His speech, though brief, reframed a divided nation's identity, urging unity and the pursuit of equality. Even in smaller, everyday acts, words shape outcomes. Take the story of a factory worker in the early 1900s who would greet her colleagues each morning with, "Today's another day to do something great." That small gesture lifted spirits and improved morale, proving that a few kind words can ripple outward in meaningful ways. Start by observing how you speak about yourself and others. Replace "I can't" with "I'll find a way." Catch yourself before you complain unnecessarily and instead focus on solutions. Practical steps. Daily affirmations. Begin your day with simple, positive phrases like, "I am ready to succeed," or "I am grateful for the opportunities ahead." Gratitude practice. Use your words to thank those around you and acknowledge the good in your life. Gratitude shifts focus from scarcity to abundance. Reframing challenges. Instead of saying, "This is impossible," try, "This is a challenge I'm capable of solving." Encourage others. your words can inspire and uplift. A genuine compliment or thoughtful encouragement can change someone's day, or life. Your words are tools for crafting your reality. Speak with intention, whether about your dreams, relationships, or challenges. History and everyday life show us that the way we talk to ourselves and others directly influences what we achieve and how the world responds. Begin today by choosing words that reflect the life you want to create, and watch as your reality transforms to match the power of your language. How negative words create negative realities. Negative words have an insidious way of planting seeds of doubt and despair, not only in the minds of others but in your own. For instance, when people engage in constant complaining, they unknowingly reinforce their perception of scarcity and limitation. This shapes their thoughts, leading them to act in ways that confirm those beliefs. A complaint about a bad day often spirals into noticing every little inconvenience, magnifying the issue until it feels overwhelming. Words, whether spoken aloud or internalized, form the basis of our thought patterns. Consider a student repeatedly saying, "I'm terrible at math." These words foster a mindset of inadequacy. This belief influences actions. They may avoid practicing math, thus creating results that affirm their perceived failure. This cycle continues until the student actively changes their language and approach, replacing "I can't" with "I'm learning." A cautionary tale comes from the court of Louis XVI of France. Historical records revealed that many of his advisors consistently spoke of political unrest as an unavoidable disaster, reinforcing the king's indecision. By verbalizing fear and failure, they unintentionally shaped the monarchy's downfall. This demonstrates how negative language can snowball into tangible consequences. How gossip and criticism drain energy. When you engage in gossip or self-criticism, you are not only spreading negativity outward but also internalizing it. Gossip about others often stems from insecurities, and verbalizing those thoughts gives them power. On a personal level, saying "I'm not good enough" weakens resolve, making challenges seem insurmountable. Scientific evidence of negative language. Dr. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese researcher, studied the effect of words on water crystals. Water exposed to words like love and gratitude formed beautiful, harmonious crystals, while those exposed to words like hate or fool created distorted, chaotic patterns. Given that the human body is mostly water, it's worth considering how words impact our internal harmony. Breaking the cycle. You can interrupt the negativity cycle by replacing harmful language with constructive phrases. Instead of saying, "I'm always unlucky," try reframing with, "I'm learning to create my own luck." These small shifts create mental space for solutions rather than focusing on obstacles. A real-life turnaround. A 19th-century American entrepreneur, Henry Ford, once faced ridicule for his ambition to mass-produce affordable cars. People around him frequently told him, "It can't be done," but Ford countered with, "Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right." By refusing to adopt the negative language of his critics, Ford reshaped his reality and revolutionized transportation. This example underscores the importance of guarding your words and surrounding yourself with people who uplift rather than tear down. Through mindful communication, you can rewrite your narrative and redirect your reality toward positivity and abundance. How to use words to empower and transform. Be mindful of how you speak about yourself and your circumstances. Language like "I'll never" or "I can't" sets limitations, while statements like "I am learning" or "I am growing" open doors. This practice is about catching yourself when negativity slips in and consciously replacing it with positivity. Harness the energy of gratitude. Every day, speak out loud about what you're grateful for. Saying, "I am thankful for my resilience," or "I appreciate the opportunities that come my way," programs your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. Gratitude shifts your emotional energy and opens you to possibilities. Speak your vision into reality. Set aside time each day to declare what you want as though it's already happening. For example, instead of saying, "I hope to find success," try, "I am thriving in my career." This isn't just wishful thinking, it trains your brain to focus on pathways toward success, activating your subconscious to take action. Affirm your strengths daily. Affirmations like, I am capable, I deserve joy, or opportunities flow to me effortlessly help solidify a positive self-image. Repeating them daily reinforces your belief system, creating a powerful foundation for growth and achievement. Speak positively about others. The words you use about others affect your own energy. Compliment someone's effort or express your appreciation. For example, instead of dwelling on a coworker's mistake, say, I admire how hard they try. This builds a network of positive interactions, creating a ripple effect in your relationships. Encourage forgiveness in your words. Harboring resentment weighs down your energy. Even if it's difficult, say, I release anger, or I forgive to free myself. This doesn't condone wrongdoing, it's about lightening your emotional burden and creating space for peace. In 1875, William James, known as the father of American psychology, was struggling with deep despair. He wrote daily affirmations to convince himself that free will and change were possible. He credited this practice with transforming his life and career, enabling him to write groundbreaking works. Harriet Tubman, who often spoke about freedom with certainty, saying, I am free and so are my people. Her words inspired courage, not just in herself but in countless others she guided to freedom. Words alone aren't magic, they need to be paired with action. When Florence Nightingale declared her purpose to bring healing, she didn't stop at speaking, she revolutionized sanitation practices. Similarly, align your words with decisive actions, making your declarations a reality. By shifting your words, you shift your world. The power lies not in merely repeating positive phrases. The power lies not in merely repeating positive phrases but in believing them, acting on them, and letting them guide your life. Take this wisdom and let it transform not just your language, but the very reality you live in. The role of silence and thought in speech. In the journey to understanding how words shape reality, silence plays an equally important role. Silence allows us to reflect, gather our thoughts, and ensure our words carry meaning and purpose. In the heat of a moment, it is easy to say something we don't mean or that misrepresents our intentions. Thoughtful silence is a tool that can save relationships, foster understanding, and guide us toward mindful communication. Abraham Lincoln was known for his careful and deliberate speeches. Lincoln was someone who valued the power of silence. It said he would pause for long moments before responding in debates or during crucial meetings, using the time to carefully weigh his words. This practice not only enhanced his credibility but also ensured that his statements carried lasting impact. On the flip side, silence is not the absence of communication but a space for intentional thought. Sometimes, saying less or nothing at all can command more respect and attention than filling the void with unnecessary words. Practical exercises to harness the power of words. Transforming the way you speak and think doesn't happen overnight, it's a practice that requires consistency and awareness. Here are some practical steps to align your speech with your goals. Morning affirmations. Start each day by speaking positive intentions into existence. Stand before a mirror and declare affirmations such as, today, I am capable of achieving my goals. I attract opportunities that align with my purpose. My words inspire and uplift those around me. Over time, these affirmations will not just change how you feel but also how others perceive you. Studies in psychology show that daily affirmations can improve self-esteem and motivate positive action. Journaling positive intentions. Writing is an extension of speech and a powerful tool to focus your thoughts. Dedicate a notebook to your goals and aspirations. Each morning or evening, write 3 things you're grateful for and 3 intentions for the next day. The act of putting these words on paper solidifies your commitment and allows your subconscious to work toward these goals. For instance, a young woman in 18th-century France used journaling to overcome her challenges. As the daughter of a seamstress, she wrote every day about her dream of running a fashion house. Despite the rigid social structures of the time, her consistent focus and affirmations led her to establish what became a renowned name in French haute couture. Mindful conversations: words spoken to others matter as much as those we say to ourselves. Before engaging in a discussion, take a deep breath and remind yourself of the energy you want to bring into the interaction. Avoid gossip, harsh judgments, or negativity. Instead, choose words that encourage understanding and collaboration. A memorable story comes from Booker T. Washington, an influential African-American educator in the 19th century. Despite facing immense prejudice, he always approached conversations with dignity and positivity. He believed that uplifting speech could disarm hostility and build bridges, and his life's work proved this to be true. Words are not merely tools of expression, they are the seeds we plant in the fertile soil of our lives. By choosing them wisely, speaking with intention, and pausing in moments of silence, we align ourselves with the reality we wish to create. Remember the ancient wisdom: as you speak, so shall you become. Let the examples of those who have walked before us, both in history and in our own lives, serve as reminders of the immense power we hold in the words we use every day. Start speaking life, abundance, and purpose into your reality, and watch the world respond to your voice. One of the most inspiring examples of the power of words comes from Maya Angelou. As a child, she experienced profound trauma that led her to stop speaking for nearly 5 years. However, when she rediscovered her voice, she began using it to inspire and uplift millions. Her famous poem, Still I Rise, is a testament to the resilience found in speaking affirmations of strength and self-worth. She once said, "Words are things. They get into your walls, your wallpaper, your furniture, and eventually, into you." Maya's deliberate choice to speak words of empowerment turned her into a beacon of hope for generations. Oprah Winfrey grew up in poverty but always spoke about her dreams as though they were certain to come true. She often recounts how, as a child, she would declare that she was destined for greatness. Over time, her words shaped her mindset, and her actions followed. She became one of the most successful media moguls in history, consistently using her platform to emphasize the importance of positive thinking and intentional speech. Take the story of Joe, a small-town teacher in the 1800s, who would tell his struggling students every day, "You are the future of this world." One of his students, Andrew Carnegie, went on to become one of the wealthiest industrialists of the 19th century. Carnegie often credited his teacher's words with sparking the belief that he could achieve greatness, no matter his humble beginnings. Your words are not mere sounds, they are the building blocks of your future. Every statement you make is like a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Choose your words wisely, and they can create masterpieces of success, love, and happiness. Avoid destructive language that undermines your goals, and instead, embrace phrases that inspire, empower, and uplift. Challenge yourself to speak consciously for a week. Replace negative phrases like "I can't" with "I'll find a way." Instead of saying, "I'm unlucky," declare, "Opportunities are always coming to me." Observe how your mood, actions, and environment transform. Share your experiences in the comments to inspire others. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, make sure to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends and family. Together, we can spread the power of positive language and transformation. By subscribing, you'll be the first to receive more motivational content to help you create the life you desire. Let's continue to grow, uplift, and inspire each other. Don't forget to leave a comment and let us know how you're using your words to shape your reality. Thank you for being part of this amazing journey.